Hey guys, Brony General here, and welcome to a game that's not BeamNG Drive, but this. It's called Automation, the car company tycoon game. Sorry for the tongue twisting. Now, I've already been testing a little bit. I played this game for a while, and in fact, I am one of the official beta testers. This is like an open beta test that I'm going to be playing right now. So let's go into sandbox mode and get started here. So basically, you manage your own car company. And we're going to start out something simple, to get us started here. 1940, the car company is nTm. And this is going to be the I4, no, not the I dollar. I dollar. I dollar. Uh, the I4, because, it's the 40s. They didn't really make up super fancy names back then. Let's get a kind of nice body. This here. I like a kind of slant back body like that. Coupe, I guess. Oh yeah, I'm already liking this body style I'm picking up. Like, look at that, look at that. Alright, now let's get with the fixtures. Well, actually we gotta pick the chassis first. So, material, galvanized steel. Let's get front longitudinal, which basically means the engine's in the front and it's rear wheel drive. Um, double wishbone on, let's see, double wishbone. And let's get the panel material steel, just because I love like steel body cars, real life and in the game. So headlights, I think we're gonna go, obviously with like some circle tail lights, because I mean that's just what was around back then. You know, circular style tail lights. Fairly big ones. Just get them like, I think that looks alright. Yeah, that looks good. Indicators, let's get these old style ones. And then grills, the special nTm grill is this. And I know it looks a lot like either an Etzel or an Alfa Romeo. But nTm came before Alfa Romeo. Well, actually not before Alfa Romeo, but before Etzel came along. And remember, this car company isn't actually real, So, bear with me here. Oh, God. Now, these are kind of old style door handles that just like you press a button. Actually, no. No, actually, would they be? I don't know. It's been a long time since I saw a car this old. Actually, no. Oh, come on. Here. Uh, Control Z. God, the hitbox on those is tiny. Yeah. Actually, this would be more around the right look. Why is it facing the wrong direction? This is an American-made car. Well, it's based to be. Again, if any of this was real, I wouldn't be doing YouTube videos. I'd be making a living off a car company. Nah, I do YouTube for fun, not for money. Let's get those nice tail lights there with some indicators like that and backup lights. Must be a Technoteta. No! Actually, that looks even better. Yeah, I like that. I like that. So let's raise the quality all the way up just because, yeah, I know, it's going to be a super expensive to purchase car, but it's not exactly meant to be cheap. Gotta keep slamming the mouse up against the wall. Alright, so badges, and now let's get a license plate on this thing. So since this is like an old car, old era, it would be like a plate like this. It's not quite what we're used to in today's version of the US of A. But from what I know, that's what they had back then. Was the kind of European-looking plates. So now let's get longitudinal rear-wheel drive, and let's just this car trim will be the luxury trim. Because I mean, if you look at this car, it is kind of a luxury car design. I know it's gonna have an inline four. That's why it's called the i4. And this is just gonna be iron i4 cast iron block. Uh, I want like quite a big engine on this thing. I don't want anything small, obviously. Wait, can I make this thing like super? Yeah, I can. Don't know what that's gonna turn out like once I get the whatchamacallits, the carburetor put on. Just because there's only one barrel carburetors in this day and age, like back in this time, and they're pretty tall. So let's name this the i4, because it's the i4 engine for the i4, or nTm. Cam profile. See, what I like to do is I just turn everything like all the way up, and then once I'm done, I'll like test it and then tweak things as need be. See the carburetor, that's pretty tall. Performance, no. No twin carburetor. No. Super leaded. Let's make that rich. Advanced timing. Let's just turn that all the way down. Let's use cast log just because it's kind of cheaper, but works for this old of a car. You know, we don't need anything too okay, so there are things wrong with the car. Obviously, it's running way too rich. Okay, we really need to turn the cam profiling on this thing down. Yeah. Fuel mixture, turn that down some more. See, here's one thing. You gotta have a balancing act between the fuel mixture and the cam profiling. Or, not cam profiling, compression. Okay, let me just optimize this thing for bigger amounts of power. Okay. There's that. Now let's up the RPMs as much as we can to get optimal power out of the car. Uh, oh my god. Whatever. Maybe I don't want to go to the auto parts store. Maybe I'm not boring like you. Anyway, sorry about that, but he gets peeved at whatever I do, so can't control that. So let's see how this thing runs. Okay, so it's like to the point where it's so big that like depending on it. Alright, so the engine's too big to be in the car as of right now. But what am I doing? It's not the right bore. Just need to make the engine a bit smaller. I think that should be small enough to where it doesn't like knock up against the car depending on its positioning. It still runs okay. And gets 148 horsepower, which isn't bad for the time. And not bad at all for an inline 4 this old. So 3 gears, 117. This is like a luxury race car. 120 miles an hour. Yes, Miss Daisy. I don't even know. So, okay, so I just gotta put the offset up because I don't know. I don't know. This game is just weird sometimes, where it's like you got really thin tires and fenders that are way too big, and it won't let you make the tires any bigger. I don't get it. So let's just get huge but comfortable brake pads. How much cooling flow does this thing need? More than it's got, but eh. Handmade interior, luxury AM radio, quality up, advanced 1940s. Don't mind the raging in the background. Tires blue. So, gotta... Okay, just need to fiddle with that. Alright, so design markets now. That's a lot. Uh, I wish I could turn that down. Where's Gasamia? No. USA. So this thing is super class, luxury class, and hyper. This is a hyper car. I've already made it into the hyper class. That's so funny. And the sports class, utility. I like the way this turned out. Uh, this is the funniest looking hypercar I've ever seen. Since when does a hypercar made out of steel with 4 doors and an i4? I mean, I guess that's technically probably a hypercar of its era. Just because when you think about it, I mean, that's a lot of power for its time. So, that's it for this episode. I'll see you guys later.